Hello Sagittarius, it's Ashley. How are you? Doing well, I hope. We're going to get into your reading for the week of the 13th of December. We're going to look at last week, this week, and next week. So past, present, and future. And see what's going on with you. And reminder, I'll be putting out twin flame bonuses this week. So if you're on a twin flame journey and that's something that interests you, make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when those readings come out for your sign or for the sign of your counterpart. So let's see what's going on. If you're not on a twin flame journey, no worries. I will be putting out other bonuses this month when it comes to love. Could also do kind of a what good is coming in 2022, since we're kind of closing out the year this month. Maybe a, just some, I don't know, whatever kind of, sparks my fancy at the time. I kind of wait for the inspiration to strike and stick around and harass me for a little bit until I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So we'll see, but there will be other bonuses. I definitely want to put out more content this month just because we're into that holiday season. We're nearing the end of the year. We've also got a lot of other astrological alignments coming together this month, and I think it's a good month to just have some extra tender love and care and support when it as far as what's going on in your life. So, Sag, let's see. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Kind of like this interesting mix of new and old, kind of pulling your energy back from what no longer serves you and moving in a direction that is more fulfilling and also provides stability. Let's see, bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Swords. So you could be dealing with some sort of conflict. This could be inner conflict within your own mind, kind of fighting off negative thoughts. This could be conflict with someone or some other people. And it definitely has this like betrayal energy. You can see this one woman is kind of tied, one hand tied back, kind of hugging this tree while someone else, kind of tortures her and stabs her in the back. So it could be that you've been in a situation where you felt stuck. And I do feel like you're getting out of that though, so that's positive, right? In the past position, we have clarity going within. So I do feel like, and look at all that white light, that diamond sitting at this person's crown chakra. So could be seeing things for what they are. Last week we have the 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands. And I feel like you've maybe come to discover that that perhaps you kind of signed a deal with the devil here. You can see one of these girls is receiving a payout from this devil creature, and the other is signing a contract. And so it could be that you've kind of been in again, some kind of enslaved like energy here, whether it's a relationship, a job, or whatever. And I think you've been kind of waiting for the right moment to get out of this, get away from this, and move on and expand elsewhere. And it could be that that decision has been made recently, or you've kind of come into this clarity that it is time. It's time to go ahead and take that leap. You know, the Three of Wands is all about expansion, but, or moving on, for example. But it can kind of be like this energy where you haven't yet jumped off and taken the leap, you know? Kind of waiting for something to happen to really reassure you that you're making the right move. And it could be that last week, Sagittarius, you got that clarity you were hoping for, that it was time to go ahead and move on. It could have been in the form of communication with this Eight of Wands showing up here. Maybe you were waiting for a job offer in order to leave the current job that you're at and move on into the new one. It could have also been, I mean, this is just movement. So kind of just waiting for that right moment to take off, right? So let's get some clarifying cards here and see what this is about. The Six of Pentacles, we get the Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. With the Three of Wands, we have the Five of Swords. So that conflict we were talking about, perhaps even in the form of some kind of betrayal. I want to say promotion here. So if you are dealing with a work situation, it could be that you were offered what you thought would be this dream opportunity here. You took it, and then when it came time for you to receive that promotion that you had been putting in the effort for, you were stabbed in the back and it went to someone else. We have the Empress here, the Eight of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups and the Death card. So, again, I feel like for now, this is mostly a work reading. We will see if love starts to trickle in here. Sometimes I say that and then the very next card I pull changes the reading, but I do feel like the position, if you're in a position right now that has kind of become mundane, almost like that enslaved kind of energy, like you've been putting in all the work but not getting a ton of recognition, maybe you're not getting paid as well as you felt like you should be, you know, like maybe when you were offered the position, it was kind of like one of those, it was too good to be true, but you only found that out in hindsight, you know? And so like maybe when you first took the job, they even promised you a raise 6 months later, and you're like, where's that raise? Kind of energy. And it looks like there's been some betrayal, definitely some conflict going on here. Could be dealing with a Libra or Taurus when it comes to this conflict, Sagittarius, but I feel like you've kind of been waiting for this moment in order to grow, and it's become obvious at this juncture that it's not going to happen at this place, and it's time to move on. It's time to put an end to this and follow your heart, is really what I'm seeing here. Because I think the growth opportunities at this place was just all talk. when it came to, you know, whoever hired you, or maybe even your boss has just been like, oh yeah, we'll give you a raise, we'll promote you, and then it's just been like to shut you up. You know, it's like they never were gonna do it. And you're starting to see that, and you're like, okay, it's officially time to get the heck out of this place. So that's what I'm getting there. In the present moment, we have Circle of Eternal Joy. It says timelessness and the dance of life. I've actually never pulled this card. You can see this great big ring around her. And it's almost like there's no way it's going to show up on camera, but it's almost like there's these figures showing up here. So I almost feel like you're being guided from the other side. I mean, we do have this bird coming in and resting on her crown. We have the diamond on top of the crown here. And we also have the Queen of Cups showing up here. So I do feel like you're definitely receiving guidance on what to do next, right? Some sort of guidance. I do feel like it's coming through from ancestors, guides, you know, guardian angel kind of energy there. But it might just be showing up for you as like dream activity, or even just a random thought in your head. And so that just turns out to be a good idea. Kind of what I'm feeling there. We have the Ten of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Again, I just feel like you're kind of being guided to end this and follow your heart here. I want to get some more clarifiers on that Four of Swords. But I almost feel like with the Five of Swords showing up a couple times, and then this Ten of Swords in the future position, it's almost like you're being guided to just let sleeping dogs lie. Like, rather than having a confrontation with those that are in charge, or your boss, or other people at work perhaps, rather than like going in and fighting about it, it's almost like you're just being told, just walk away quietly. Like, you're gonna find your dream come true, your happiness elsewhere, and it almost feels like fighting about it and, you know, fighting for what you deserve here at this past workplace, is really not worth your time. It's kind of what I feel like there. Like, you're better off spending that time just kind of like rejuvenating yourself, having some fun, taking some time off, and then finding a new job. You know what I mean? Well, let's see. Let's clarify that in particular. The Ten of Wands. We have the High Priestess. So again, your intuition telling you time to close it out. It's showing up again and again. Time to go after something that fills your cup. You know, with a cup showing up there could certainly be a new beginning when it comes to love here. Could be dealing with a Pisces. Because we have strong water showing up here. Could be any water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. With the Four of Swords, we have the Sun. And the Ten of Swords. So, yeah, like kind of just taking the time to go out and have some fun. It's kind of what this feels like. It's like you already know it's time to quit at this other job. Or, I guess in this case, it could be a relationship that you're needing to walk away from because it's not growing and there's just drama. Either way, it's kind of like just taking some time out for yourself So like, for example, if this was a job and you're in a position to be able to afford it, it might actually be that you quit, you know, give your 2-week notice or whatever, or don't, you know, what do I care? And then you take like a month off to just, you know, enjoy yourself, rest, recuperate, maybe go on vacation here before you get back down to business. And because I do see stability coming in here, new beginning. With the Nine of Cups, we have the Five of Wands and the Hanged Man. So more Pisces showing up here. Yeah, I feel like you could definitely have a water sign coming in here, Sagittarius, that really wants your attention. Or you're really wanting their attention. And it could be that you feel like you're beating off the competition with a stick here in order to get to this person. If we're talking about a new career endeavor here, I do think that you're going to go after what is fulfilling to your heart and brings you happiness here. It may be that you're still a bit conflicted, that you're still, you know, kind of adjusting to this potential of having to leave a job and find a new one here. It could also be that the thing that you're most interested in doing is kind of a competitive sort of arena when it comes to, you know, workplaces, or, you know, even if you're deciding to go off and create your own business here, maybe you're stepping into a very competitive position. But it looks like, I don't really feel like that's, you know, going to be much of a roadblock here, if that's the case. All right, future position, we have Wolf Spirit. So again, like I was just saying, if you could be going into business for yourself here with the kind of the lone wolf energy showing up. It says turn knowledge into wisdom. So I definitely feel like you've probably learned a lot based on these experiences here, and I think you're going to be able to take that with you and have this solid new beginning here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So when it comes to money, business, work, that kind of thing, I don't think you're going to have any kind of financial issue, even if you take some time off in between here. It looks like you've got a solid nest egg here, and whatever this new beginning is for you, I do feel like you're going to be able to like rebuild that foundation for yourself, and it's going to have some growth. And I do feel like the growth, if we're talking work here, the growth that you were seeking in the past that was kind of taken from you or not offered, you're going to find it here. You can see in this Four of Pentacles, it's kind of like kind of reminds me of Groot. I wouldn't really, I don't know, I guess it would be a tree. But, you know, he's got deep roots and he's growing leaves up here. So I do feel like it has the potential to go somewhere. And we have the Ten of Swords. So again, I just feel like lots of endings showing up here. The Ace of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Five of Cups. It could be difficult for you because I do feel like if you're starting fresh, it's going to be kind of like one step at a time. So it might be moving slower than is very pleasing to you, but it's solid. So even though it's like one slow step at a time, I do think it's going to build a very solid foundation like we were talking about here. But don't be surprised if you're starting your own business or starting a new relationship or starting a new job, that you're not, you know, making 6 figures in the first month, right? Or whatever it is that you know, kind of have realistic expectations. With the Four of Pentacles, we have the Three of Swords and the Magician. So it could be kind of annoying that you're having to almost rebuild here. I get kind of like that regret feeling, like you feel like perhaps you wasted your time in the past and now you're having to start from scratch. And one thing I wanted to say, and it kind of, I kind of get these like downloads, and then if I don't say them fast enough, they can drift off, which is often why I speak quickly when I'm getting a lot of messages come through. But with that Four of Pentacles, the message just came back, and it is this feeling of, you're not really rebuilding from scratch. You have all this wisdom that you're bringing with you to the table, and so while it might feel like you wasted time in the past and put too much time and effort towards something that you ended up having to walk away from, you actually still have a very solid foundation here. You have all the tools that you need in order to get this going. So keep that in mind. With the Ten of Swords, we have the World. Yeah, so definitely ending a major cycle in the past. And I feel like part of what's ending is this, how do I want to put this? We're also getting the Nine of Wands there. It's like perhaps in the past you've accepted positions for less salary than you knew you were worth, just so you could have that stability. Even if it meant, it was kind of like this way of getting your foot in the door, and then you get in there and you prove yourself expecting to get a raise, right? Especially if you accepted a position where they were only willing to offer you, quite a bit less than you were used to getting paid in the past. And so I feel like that's the cycle that's coming to an end. So if you're not starting your own business and you're going out there looking for a new position, I feel like you're no longer going to accept terms that don't match your level, if that makes sense. You're not going to do that again. It's like you learned a harsh lesson there. And I don't think it's anything you did wrong. I think that, unfortunately, you may have taken a position with a company that, lacked integrity here. Like they didn't come through with their promises, right? But I think because that burned you, you're not going to deal with that again. So that's kind of what I'm getting there. I also feel like there's maybe some hesitation to officially walk away from this past position, just because it means you have to start over in so many ways. But again, keep in mind, I don't think you're not starting from scratch. You're carrying all your wisdom and expertise and skills with you. So it's like you've already got the foundation. So now you just start adding to it. So, but it's not going to happen in like a month's time. It's going to be like, still going to take work, obviously. Is kind of what I'm getting in this future position here. Yeah, that's what I'm getting there. Again, I'm not getting a ton of love off of this reading. I suppose if you are looking for some relationship advice in this future position, if you're waiting for an offer from someone, it has been a long time coming. It is showing up here. But you might be a little bit guarded against this. And I think part of why you might be guarded is because you might be a little bit worn out from the betrayals you've endured in the past, the drama that you put up with in the past. But Sagittarius, looks like you're getting a lot of guidance from the other side at this time, so keep that crown chakra open, pay attention to whatever intuitive messages you're getting. So you've got a lot of that showing up here. I will see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for being here. Bye.